Hi Tino, I just wanted to answer some questions about event management. There are a lot of potential positions in event management. Most companies use event coordinators or event managers for all of their functions, from boardroom meetings to 1,500 person lunches or dinners, especially if you have a convention. That's when a lot of your coordination is going to come into. I work a lot of private events for people who like to partially plan their own things. They'll come up with the caterer or what they want to do, their ideas, their photo booth, but then they want to enjoy their parties or their events and not have to deal with, oh my god, we're out of straws. So when I come on site, I'll talk to all of the vendors and pretty much make sure that anything that they need, from electrical power cords to what time they're breaking down, what time they're setting up, where the exits are, and how long they're expected to play on their break times. Anything that comes up is usually agreed on in the contract ahead of time and sent to a person that does my job. And we kind of look at the staff requirements, who needs to be where, how many people need to be clearing, tables, and how many people need to be monitoring muffins on the buffet. I mean, that's just 1,000 tiny little things where we get what's called a banquet event order, and that'll list any table setup requirements, all the AV requirements, and we make sure that AV is actually there, that AV is complying with the banquet events order. And you get anything like the Super Bowl will have Chevron and Visa. They'll have their own event managers that they'll come on site and they'll make sure that the executives' cars are there, that the executives' tickets are handled, that their seats are available. You pretty much manage all aspects of the event from a logistical standpoint. It's a little bit from where sales and marketing sells the event and hands it to you. Then you have to actually take the event that they have created with the client, and hopefully you get a little bit of time ahead of time to say, oh, that's not going to work. I can't really get 17 vendors in at the same time, but what we can do is stagger these, and so hopefully you can come up with some solutions. And you have to think on your feet pretty quickly. You have to be a very organized type A person. I am, crazily. And it's a pretty fun thing to do. You can travel with companies. We have a lot of vendors and companies that come in on site that do nonprofit charity work, and they'll bring in their own crews. But realistically, they don't know where they're going. They don't know what they're doing. So you have to have someone that coordinates all aspects. If you have 25 chefs that come in 3 staggered shifts to do a charity event, and they all want their tables and they all want their setup, you have to be kind of firm. So there has to be someone that is in charge of saying, yeah, that's not going to work, but this is what we're going to do. So that's essentially event management, small scale. But as far as my dream job, it's definitely working for a nonprofit. I love doing fundraisers. Helping rich people spend their money on good charitable causes is an excellent, I think, way to fulfill myself, and hopefully other people will feel the same way, and we can get some more event managers in that really want to do some good. And other than that, I mean, the toothpaste? No, I don't know. My teeth are normally white. I think it's just a reflection from my kitchen because they're just normal looking. But thanks for your input, and I really appreciate you checking my video out, and I will hopefully talk to you in class. Thanks, Tino.